Hello everyone, welcome to Indian National Junior Science Olympiad 2011 Physics Solutions. A potential difference versus a distance graph is given. Choose the correct option for the electric field versus distance graph from the given options. Relation between electric field intensity and potential E equal to minus dV by dr, that is negative slope of the potential distance graph. Here from 0 to 2 slope is 25 volt per meter, 2 to 4 slope is 0, 4 to 6 slope is 75 volt per meter, and 6 above slope is decreasing. So the correct option is A. A ball is dropped from a height h on a floor and suffers multiple perfectly elastic bounces. The velocity versus time graph is as shown. Here time t depicts the time required to complete one cycle. Which of the following graphs correctly shows the cumulative distance versus time? The collisions are perfectly elastic. For downward velocity v equal to gt. For downward distance h equal to half gt square. For upward velocity we can write v equal to u minus gt, and for upward distance we can write h equal to ut minus half gt square. So the cumulative distance versus time graph should be second graph. A man of height h walking away from a lamp post finds his shadow to be equal to his height when he is at a distance x from the lamp post. If the height of the lamp post is h, then x is shadow of the man equal to height of the man, that is at theta equal to 45 degrees. From the triangle we can write tan 45 equal to h by x plus h, 1 equal to h by x plus h, from where we get x equal to capital H minus small h. In a housing society, a water pump of efficiency 80% is used to lift water up to overhead tank. It lifts 3600 kg of water in 10 minutes. The pump is run on an electric motor having an efficiency 75%. Calculate the horsepower of the motor. Water tank is 30 meter above the basement level. Work done in lifting water W equal to mgh, that is 3600 into 10 into 30, which is 3600 into 300 joule. Output power of the pump P0 equal to work done by time, that is 3600 into 300 by 10 into 60, which comes out to be 1800 watt. Efficiency of the pump is 80%, efficiency of the motor is 75%. So the overall efficiency is 0.8 into 0.75, that comes out to be 60%. The overall efficiency eta equal to P0 by P in, that is 0.6 equal to 1800 by P in. So from there we get P in equal to 3000 watt. Now the horsepower of the motor is 3000 by 746, that is 4.02 horsepower. Here we have used 1 horsepower equal to 746 watt. A vehicle is moving on road. Ink drops are falling one at a time on the road from the vehicle. After the vehicle has moved away, what one observes is as shown qualitatively in the figure given below. From the figure we can conclude that the vehicle is moving from left to right with increasing speed, from left to right with decreasing speed, from right to left with increasing speed, and from right to left with decreasing speed. As we go from left to right, the separation between the ink drops is decreasing, so the vehicle is moving with decreasing speed. The ink dots are directed towards left, so the vehicle should be moving towards right. So the correct option is B. A space station is made to spin about an axis such that the astronauts inside feel their normal weight W against the outermost wall. When they are at a level at half the distance from the axis of rotation as the outermost wall, they will feel the weight as. Let the distance of the outermost wall from the axis of rotation be r. Given W equal to mr omega square, astronaut feels normal weight. Weight experienced by the astronaut at half of the distance would be W dash equal to m into r by 2 into omega square, which is a half of mr omega square, so it will be half of the original weight. A block of mass 5 kg is to be dragged along a rough horizontal surface having mu s equal to 0.5 and mu k equal to 0.3. The horizontal force applied for dragging it is 20 Newton. Acceleration of the block in meter per second square and frictional force acting on the block in Newton are respectively. Limiting friction Fs equal to mu s into n, that is mu s into mg, which comes out to be 25 Newton. Kinetic friction Fk equal to mu k into mg, that comes out to be 15 Newton. Applied force is 20 Newton. Since the applied force is less than limiting friction, the block does not move. So the acceleration of the block is 0 meter per second square. Static friction is a self-adjusting force. So the frictional force acting on the block is equal to the applied force, which is 20 Newton. Had Newton and Einstein shaken their hands, which fundamental force they would have exerted on each other? When the two people shake hands, they would exert frictional force on each other, but friction is not a fundamental force. Friction arises due to imperfections present on the two surfaces in contact with each other. When two rough surfaces come in contact with each other, they interact with each other with the help of electromagnetic forces. So, the fundamental force exerted is electromagnetic. Calculate the equivalent resistance between points A and B in the following circuit. Go through the circuit diagram carefully. It can be redrawn as shown in the diagram below. So the effective resistance in the top branch is 15 ohm. The effective resistance between A and B comes out to be 6 ohm. It is simple series parallel network. Force F, velocity V, time t and temperature theta are chosen as fundamental quantities. Obtain dimensions of specific latent heat. Dimensional formula of force ml t power minus 2, dimensional formula of velocity lt power minus 1, dimensional formula of time is t, dimensional formula of temperature is theta. So the dimensional formula of specific latent heat is L square t power minus 2. Now you can apply trial and error method here instead of deriving the formula completely, from which we can see the specific latent heat is equivalent to square of velocity. Velocity time graph of 4 athletes for a given interval of time is as shown below. Who has traveled maximum distance? Distance traveled can be known from area of velocity time graph. So the distance traveled by A is a half into 3 into 36, that is area of the triangle, which comes out to be 54 km. Distance traveled by D is 18 into 3, that is area of rectangle, which also comes out to be 54 km. Distance traveled by C is a half into 36 into 3, that is again area of the triangle, which is 54 km. Distance traveled by B is more than that of C, so B travels maximum distance. Three plane mirrors are kept mutually perpendicular. From certain point in front of them, a ray of light is incident on the first mirror in such a way that it is successively reflected from first, second and third mirrors. The ray after reflection from the third mirror will be passing through the same point, perpendicular to the initial ray, parallel to the initial ray, along any direction depending on the initial angle of incidence. Three plane mirrors are kept mutually perpendicular. This arrangement is known as a corner reflector. See the diagram. For mirror 1, normal is z-axis. So z component of incident wave reverses. For mirror 2, x-axis is normal. So x component of the incident wave gets reversed. For mirror 3, y-axis is normal. So y component gets reversed. Ultimately, after 3 reflections, all the 3 components of the incident ray get reversed, so the reflected ray is anti-parallel to the incident ray. 3 identical electric bulbs are connected parallel to each other. On connecting their combination across a source of EMF having stabilized voltage and negligible resistance, all bulbs glow with full brightness. Suddenly, a bulb fuses. the other bulbs will glow. Let the resistance of each bulb be R. Power consumed by each bulb is V square by R. As the bulbs are connected in parallel, voltage is same for all the bulbs. When one bulb fuses, there is no change in supply voltage to the other bulbs. So the power consumed by each bulb remains the same, that is V square by R. So the two bulbs left will continue to glow with the same brightness. You are given two identical steel pieces A and B and only one of those is magnetized. In all the following arrangements, there is an attraction between A and B. Which of the following arrangements helps us in identifying the magnet? Given only one of the two identical steel pieces is magnetized. A magnet always attracts a magnetic material, that is a steel piece. The given steel pieces are in the form of bar magnets. The ends, that is poles of the bar magnets, are strongly magnetized while the middle portion has almost zero magnetism. So the arrangement C helps us in identifying the magnet. From a distance much greater than 2r, where r is radius of curvature, a real object is brought closer to the convex mirror. Distance between the object and the image. When the object is at infinity, image is formed at a focal point. When the object is at pole, image is formed at pole itself. As the object is moving from infinity to the pole, that is towards the mirror, the image also moves towards the mirror. So the correct option is A. In the figure shown below, there are two tanks 1 and 2 with cross-sectional areas A1 and A2 respectively. The rate of flow of water between 1 and 2 will depend on. Since both containers are open to atmosphere, atmospheric pressure acts on the surfaces. Pressure due to liquid column P equal to rho GH. So from there P is proportional to H. A fluid is transferred between 2 points only due to the pressure difference between the 2 points. So the rate of flow of water between 1 and 2 will depend on H3 minus H2. Two solid cylinders 1 and 2, M1 greater than M2 and R1 greater than R2, roll down from rest on an inclined plane such that there is no loss of energy due to friction. Which of these spheres will reach the bottom first? As there is no loss of energy due to friction, the cylinders are in pure rolling. Acceleration of pure rolling objects on inclined plane A equal to g sin theta by 1 plus k square by r square. K square by r square for solid cylinder is 1 by 2. So acceleration of the rolling cylinder is A equal to 2 by 3 g sin theta. Time taken to reach the bottom of the inclined plane T equal to root 2h by A, that is root of 2h by 2 by 3 g sin theta. So as it is independent of mass and radius of the cylinders, we can conclude that both the cylinders will reach the bottom of the inclined plane at the same time. A rod rests on a frictionless surface. Two forces each of magnitude F are applied in opposite directions on the edges of the rod as shown in figure. Which of the following quantities are non-zero and constant? Angular momentum, angular acceleration, total force, total torque, total linear momentum, total kinetic energy, moment of inertia, translational kinetic energy. Due to the forces applied on the rod rotates about its center of mass, that is midpoint. Moment of force or torque, tau equal to F into L, it is a constant. Angular acceleration alpha equal to tau by I, which is also a constant. Moment of inertia I equal to ml square by 12, here length is 2l, so that is also a constant value. So effectively the correct option is B. In the figure shown below, what is the value of resistance between A and B? As seen from the diagram, all the resistors are connected in parallel. So 1 by R equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 so on 1 by Rn. 1 by R parallel equal to 1 by R plus 1 by 2R plus 1 by 6R plus 1 by 12R so on taken in the brackets. The general term in the series is 1 by n into n plus 1, where n equal to 1, 2, 3 so on. So the sum of series up to infinity is 1. So 1 by r parallel equal to 1 by r plus 1 by r, that is equal to 2 by r. So the effective resistance between points A and B equal to r by 2. Momentum of a ball is changed to root 3 times its initial value by an application of a force causing it to deflect by 90 degrees. Calculate the angle between the direction of force and initial momentum. Let the initial momentum be Pi cap. The final momentum is root 3 P j cap. Change in momentum delta P bar equal to P final bar minus P initial bar, that is minus Pi plus root 3 Pj. The magnitude of change in momentum is root of P square plus 3P square, that comes out to be 2P. The direction of change in momentum tan theta equal to root 3P by P, which is 60 degrees clockwise. As per Newton's second law, force acts in the direction of change in momentum. So the force acts at an angle of 60 degrees clockwise with respect to the initial direction of momentum. In a specially designed device, force varies linearly from 0 to max value of 10 Newton over a distance of 8 meter. The force remains constant for next 4 meter and then reduces linearly to 0 over another distance of 2 meter. Draw F versus X graph and hence calculate the work done by the force over a distance of 2 meter. Work done is area under force displacement graph. So work done by the force over the last 2 meters distance will be half into base into height, that is half into 2 into 10, that comes out to be 10 joule. A rise in the ocean level is expected on account of the melting of icebergs due to global warming. The iceberg R15 broke off the Ross ice shelf in Antarctica and plunged into the ocean in 2000. We estimate the rise in ocean level due to this event. The iceberg was made up of fresh water and shaped as a cuboid of cross-sectional area 10,000 km square and height 0.4 km. The total ocean surface area is 3.61 into 10 power 8 km square and the ocean water has a density of rho naught equal to 1024 kg per meter cube. What is the rise in the ocean level due to plunging of iceberg in the ocean? The iceberg R15 subsequently melted. What is the additional rise or fall, if any, in the ocean level due to the melting, ignoring thermal expansion? Estimate the percentage of Earth's surface which is covered by the ocean water. Density of ice is 917 kg per meter cube. Density of ocean water is 1024 kg per meter cube. Applying laws of flotation, for equilibrium of the floating object, gravitational force equal to buoyancy force. So from there we get H equal to 1 centimeter. Volume of water formed due to melting of ice, V water equal to rho ice V ice by rho water, that is increase in volume V water minus V naught equal to rho ice V ice by rho water minus rho ice V ice by rho naught. From where we get increase in volume of water to be 8 into 10 power 10 meter cube. Volume can be written as area of cross section into height, from which we get a height equal to 8 into 10 power 10 by 3.61 into 10 power 14, which comes out to be 0.22 millimeter. Surface area of ocean water is 3.61 into 10 power 8 kilometer square. Surface area of the earth is 4 pi r square, where r is radius of the earth, that is 6400 kilometers. So we get surface area of the earth to be 5.15 into 10 power 8 kilometer square. So the percentage of earth surface covered with water is 3.61 by 5.15 into 100, that comes out to be 70%.